America is at war with its economy as inflation remains at a stubborn 3.4%, and Americans are still spending more than ever with no real signs of relief. This struggle all happening while big businesses continue to rake in record-setting profits. Many brands you know and maybe love are choosing to drive up prices that far surpass the rate of inflation, making it nearly impossible to stretch the American dollar. Shoppers, in turn, are cutting back on spending, bringing fewer items to the checkout line. Well, now stores like Aldi and Target are reacting to this shift by slashing prices on thousands of popular items to try and lure back those inflation-wary shoppers. But is there something more to this? Let's bring in NewsNation business contributor Gary Smith. Gary, thank you so much for your time here. So it seems great, these retailers are announcing these new price cuts, because we know obviously many consumers have been struggling for months. So first of all, what are your thoughts just about the fact that some retailers are bringing down prices?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me, Nichole. You have to remember, in corporate boardrooms, there is almost never a talk of what can we do to be fair to the customer. The talk is always, how can we increase market share? How can we increase revenues? How can we increase prices? So let's talk about Target, for example. Target had record profits last year, but saw their revenue drop. So what's Target trying to do? They're trying to increase their revenue, keep their profits up, and most importantly, beat their competition, which is Walmart and probably Costco. That's why you're seeing prices go down. I guarantee you no one in Target, I guess is headquartered in Minnesota, is sitting around the Minneapolis boardroom saying, let's be nice to our customers for a change.
They're not, Gary, they're not in the meeting saying that? Okay, so if we listened to what is just being said here, we're responding to this high inflation, we want to help our customers here. If that is the case, because we said at the top of this, people have been struggling for a long time at this point. If that's what they were trying to do, shouldn't these retailers like Target, like Aldi, have lowered these prices months ago?
No, that's absolutely not. Look, greed gets, I sound like maybe Gordon Gekko from Wall Street. Greed gets a bad reputation. Companies will charge the highest price they can. And what does that do? It allows, there was no Aldi a few years ago in this country. Why is Aldi here? Because they saw an opening, because the Krogers and Safeways and Albertsons had prices that were high enough that they could get in. Why is there a Walmart? Because for years, retailers had higher prices. Why does Walmart employ hundreds of thousands of people? Because they can charge prices that allow them to grow. So, to paraphrase the movie, greed is good. It's the basis of capitalism. It's what gives people choices.
All right. Well, when you put it like that is a very good point. But so many people are struggling. Do you think we'll continue to see retailers lower prices? Kind of, what do you think this summer looks like overall for prices?
Look, absolutely. Look, as people, you hit the nail right on the head in the opening to the segment. When people start to struggle, they spend less. They cut back on things. What then do retailers have to do to attract those customers? Exactly like they're doing with Target. They have to lower prices. Why do gas prices come down during the pandemic? Because people weren't driving as much. There was no demand. So that's what will happen. Will prices start to level off? Absolutely. In fact, they'll come down in many cases because we're over the supply chain hurdles and people are pulling back. These retailers and manufacturers are not going to say, well, that's it. Customers are gone. I guess we got to go out of business. They're going to do everything they can to continue to attract customers, and that includes lower prices.
Hey, we heard it right here. That is definitely news a lot of people can use. NewsNation business contributor Gary Smith, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.